Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a super exciting one. I'm going to be reviewing the one, the only, the viral Kate Spade Love Shack heart purse. So if you're interested in that, then please keep on watching. So first off, we're going to start off with price. This purse usually retails for around $349 USD. But I bought mine on sale recently for about $159 USD. With tax and shipping to Canada, the total price was $190 USD. It mainly comes in two colors, the chalk pink color that I have right here, and also a gorgeous cherry red color. Nowadays though, I've seen so many more variations of this bag, from everything from classic black and white polka dots to the pink color with studs on it more recently. They also have a slightly smaller version that does not have the top handle and is a chain strap. I've seen it quilted, I've seen it with Saffiano smooth leather. There's just so many colors and variations when it comes to the Kate Spade heart bag. So I purchased this bag online on the Kate Spade website, and it took about a week to ship to me here in Canada. However, you can also get it at the outlet stores as well. I'm not sure if they sell it at the mall locations. I'll have to double check that and put it in the description. But I know for sure you can get them at the Kate Spade outlet locations because I have seen them there before. So just a little bit of background on this bag. It was super viral on TikTok about a year or so ago. I didn't even have TikTok at that time. I only just got it a couple months ago. That just goes to show you just how viral this was, because even I, as someone without TikTok, heard about how viral it was. And you can clearly see why. It's so unbelievably gorgeous, but we'll go over the specs a little bit more in a bit. But yes, when this bag first came out, it was sold out in all the Kate Spade stores, and tons of scalpers were just buying them up and then reselling them on eBay and Poshmark for a ridiculously overpriced price, which I personally think is quite criminal when people do stuff like that. Like, come on. So I thought to myself, okay, you know what? It's all right, it's all good. I can wait. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait until it goes on sale. I think part of the reason why it was selling out so much is because people weren't sure if it was just going to be a seasonal piece, because it is very novelty in the sense that it's like a Valentine's Day heart shape. People were afraid that they might actually sell out and then never make it again, which is honestly a pretty fair thing to be afraid of, as when it comes to contemporary designer brands like Kate Spade, they do tend to have a very quick turnover rate and a lot of novelty, limited edition, seasonal pieces that honestly do never come back. So I did have a little bit of anxiety, like, oh man, should I pay the overpriced price and get it on eBay so that I don't risk it never coming out again, or should I just wait? And the verdict was that I ended up just waiting, because I thought, you know what, if it's really meant to be and it's really that much of a classic good seller, I think Kate Spade, with any good business mindset, would re-release it, right? And sure enough, thank God, my prediction was correct, and they did re-release it in many different colors and designs, as I mentioned earlier. So no fear guys, if you're looking at getting this bag, I would not rush, and I honestly think it's here to stay as part of one of Kate Spade's classic styles for at least another couple years, I'd say. So now let's just go over the specs of this beautiful little cutie. Here's the front of the bag. The Kate Spade logo is actually risen, and it's in this metal font. It says Kate Spade New York with the little spade here. It's in a gorgeous warm champagne gold. The stitching, as you can see, is all in the same shade of pink as the leather. I believe this is Saffiano leather, as it does have the tiny little crisscross, and it is very waterproof and stain proof and smooth. The top of the bag just looks like this. Here is the side, the other side, and the back is just plain like this. As you can see, the zippers are metal, so they are a little bit on the heavy side, but the great thing is they're incredibly flexible, because unlike some Kate Spade bags where this is not bendable, these ones are very bendy, so they're not too firm or anything like that. And they're very heavy duty. And they have Kate Spade engraved on there on both sides of both zippers. And this bag is quite narrow, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't fit a lot, but it definitely fits more than it looks like, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and open up and see the inside, shall we? Now, because of the awkward shape, the zipper does tend to get really stuck in the indentation part of the heart, which is to be expected. That was another reason why I thought this might not be that practical and why I waited years for it to go on sale, because I wasn't really sure about this. I wasn't sure if the zipper was going to last long. So the inside just looks like this. I'll just take these silica gels out. It's this gorgeous silky fabric with the Kate Spade logo all over. There is a leather tag here that says Kate Spade as well. And it also has 1, 2, 3 fabric card slots, which is super, super handy for putting your go-to credit cards or store cards. It has a removable and adjustable crossbody strap here. I'm just going to take it out of the wrapping to show you. So the strap is made of the same Saffiano leather as you can see here, and there is 7 holes of adjustability, and on the hooks here it just has Kate Spade engraved in there as well. And here it is attached. It just attaches very easily to the existing hooks here. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys what I fit inside this bag. So here I just have the Louis Vuitton key clay, my keys, my cell phone, a mask, hair tie, and here is a catch-all of a bunch of things like band-aids, tissues, hand cream, lip gloss, hand sanitizer, etc. Let's see if this fits. It fits! So let's see if I can zip all of that up now. Amazing! That's not bad at all, actually. That's more than I thought it would fit. Of course, if you're going to carry this bag in the way that you want it to be practical, it's nice to know that the catch-all can fit, but obviously you wouldn't want to have to be digging through and taking everything out just to get to one thing. Like, for example, my wallet is pretty buried with this here. So if we're talking about how I would carry it in a practical sense, I would probably be very minimal with it and only carry a few things. But yeah, it's nice to know that it can fit more if you truly wanted to. So now I'm just going to do some mod shots with this bag and show you all the different ways that you can wear it. On the wrist, handheld, on the shoulder, and crossbody. From the back, and the side, and the front. So versatile. So now I'm just going to get into the pros and cons of this bag. So the number one pro is that it is obviously gorgeous. It is so incredibly iconic. While being a little bit seasonal and novelty, it's still very classic and just classic enough that it can be worn throughout the year, I'd say. I'm actually planning on using this as a summer bag because it's quite mini and goes well with a sundress, which is another pro, that it's actually quite seasonless for a seasonal bag. Another pro is the little top handle here. I absolutely love when crossbody bags have a little top handle option, as when you're doing things like sitting down and getting up, like when you're getting out of a car or sitting down at a restaurant, it is nice to have that little handle rather than the crossbody just flinging around on the side of your body. I also find that just carrying a handbag like this on my wrist, or even just handheld, I feel incredibly dainty and ladylike, and I don't know, I just personally love that feeling and I love that look. The bright interior is really nice because you can see your belongings, and it also makes it seem roomier than it is. When you maneuver your items around, it is actually a decent size and fits more than you might think. The 3 card slots are super, super handy, especially because of the nature of the zipper and how it's a little bit hard to get in without sort of scratching your fingertips. I like that the card slots are easy access. You don't have to actually dig in for your wallet and look for your cards. If you're someone that only carries from 3 to 6 cards, then it actually kind of eliminates the need for a wallet altogether, which is super appreciated when a bag is this tiny to begin with. So any extra room that's made is greatly, greatly appreciated. Though the shape is a little bit awkward, because there is a double zipper, it makes it so that you can actually, well, this is how I use it personally. I just zip it up to about here on both sides, so the top is actually unzipped. And it's pretty hard for someone to pickpocket because it's very, very tight here. So it's pretty much sealed like that. And because I keep my hand here, hopefully no one's getting in there. And yeah, that makes it so that it doesn't have to do that curve thing every single time you open it, because I do worry that over time it's going to either A, distort the bag, or B, ruin the zipper to the point that it's unusable. So that's my little hack there. So that way it's just a matter of unzipping the sides, like so. On the topic of having double zippers, it does give you a bit of insurance in the sense that if one breaks, God forbid, there's a second one. Another pro is the crossbody strap is super comfortable and adjustable. Another pro is that the hardware is really high quality and really nice. Especially on the zippers, it feels very, very substantial. Speaking of hardware, I love that the logo is raised metal. Sometimes Kate Spade outlet bags like to just do like a flat heat stamp, and I've found in my experience with those type of Kate Spade bags, it tends to rub off over time and the logo kind of fades or disappears. When it's risen like this though, it's pretty hard for that to happen unless you got pliers and like physically plucked the letters off, which I highly doubt anybody would do. And the final pro I can think of is that for a Saffiano leather bag with relatively substantial hardware, it's actually pretty light. It's about 1.5 pounds, I think, which is not too bad. And when it's filled, it's still pretty light, I'd say. So now let's go on to some of the cons of this bag. It goes without saying, but it's a little bit of a sacrificing comfort for style, of course, when it comes to any statement or like more novelty kind of bag. So because of the nature of the bump here as well as the tapered triangular bottom, it is kind of hard to maneuver your items inside. Another con is I would have liked another interior slip pocket. Instead of this logo here, I would have just liked a small flat fabric slip pocket. They have no idea how much that would have really come in handy to put like, you know, feminine products or receipts or just something. Because it's just flat there, it's just a bit of wasted room, I find, but it's not a huge deal. Similarly, I would have liked if they had a slip pocket on the back. But I understand because of the nature of the heart shape, it would be kind of weird and tight to have a pocket. So I do sort of understand why they didn't add that, and it makes sense. So yeah, in general, the biggest con is that it's not that practical or functional because of the heart shape. But of course, if you're going to purchase a heart-shaped bag, you go into it knowing this, knowing that it's more of like a statement fashion piece rather than something that you wear as an everyday bag for function. And another con is that I wish it was wider. I do believe the Coach one is slightly wider. That would have made a huge difference in the capacity. That being said though, it might have been a little bit too chunky, so I can also see why they went with the width that they did, but it just would have kind of been a nice touch. So overall, the score I would give this handbag is probably a 7.5 out of 10 for the reasons that I've mentioned throughout this video. But yeah guys, that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please let me know in the comments down below if you have this bag as well and how you style it. I'd love to see some inspo. And also, if you're hoping to get this bag and if this review was helpful to you, then please give it a like. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It would truly mean the absolute world to me. Once again, I think this bag is so timeless and just perfect timing for Valentine's Day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!